I'm mentoring several women right now who were and are married to ministers, married to Sunday school teachers, and they are like hellions at home. You would never know. You would never know. They're unbelievable, and they painted this wonderful picture, and then they married him, and then they took off their sheep's clothing, and so. But I would tell you and encourage you, Lord, please reveal what I need to see. And if you even detect it, then you're going to have to trust the Lord that He has awakened that sense in you. Okay. That He has answered your prayer. And, you have to either address it or you have to run. Try and iron it out and see how this relationship is going. We got to go to a break. Can you hold on just a moment?
I can.
All right. We'll be back. Don't go away.
WFIA, The Spirit.
This is Jim. Jim is a dad who just rode Thunderbird at Holiday World and Splash in Safari and would like to tell you all about it. As you can hear, he's a little overcome with excitement though, so I'm here to translate. Jim says you blast out of the station and go from 0 to 60 to upside down in the first 3.5 seconds. And that then you plummet back towards the earth and feel like you're totally going to graze your feet on the ground. That you shoot back up in the air and loop upside down again before you're convinced you're going to hit the tracks of the voyage. And that the next time you twist upside down, that's 3 so far if you're counting, Jim says, then you fly through the barn where you feel like... Well, I can't very well repeat that on the radio. Oh, look, here comes Jim's wife and kids.
Bring your family to ride on Thunderbird. You can get great discounts at holidayworld.com, and we're closer than you think. You might even say, within screaming distance.
Free soft drinks, free parking, free sunscreen.
Father's Day just got way more exciting, a lot more memorable, and a lot more meaningful, thanks to the revolutionary Siva Connected Photo Frame, the magical picture frame that displays photos you send straight from any smartphone or computer. No matter how far away Dad lives, all you do is snap and send. Life's little moments are lost on your smartphone or seen once and forgotten on Facebook and Instagram. With a simple click, you can share any of them with the person who'll truly appreciate them, Dad. Siva is more than a picture frame. It's a magical window sitting on his kitchen counter that lets him see into your world. Imagine how happy he'll be every time you send a new picture. The Siva delivers happiness every day, and you can still get the Siva in time for Father's Day. Get all of those photos out of your phone and into Dad's life. Just visit magicframe.com. Order today and get free shipping. Dads love pictures. Dads love memories. This Father's Day, give him more of both. Just visit magicframe.com.
Compassionate, experienced, respected. Comprehensive Foot and Ankle Centers and Doctors Chris Hubbard and Timothy Hanna understand that your feet are the foundation for taking your body where you need to go. So don't take foot pain lightly. From mild sprains to fracture care, Comprehensive Foot and Ankle's compassionate staff is committed to helping you return to a pain-free, active life. Treatments such as laser therapy for heel pain, Achilles tendonitis, and toenail fungus can get you back on your feet again. Fracture care, arthroscopy of the ankle, diabetic foot care, structural deformities of the foot or ankle. The name says it all. Comprehensive Foot and Ankle can help. So if you have persistent pain in your feet or ankles, give Comprehensive Foot and Ankle a call at 797-3338. That's 797-3338. Office is located in Shepherdsville at the Jewish Hospital Medical Center and in Louisville at Norton Brownsboro Crossings behind Cabela's across from Costco. Call for an appointment today at 797-3338.
You're listening to Just Ask Joyce on WFIA, The Spirit.
We're helping Laura kind of get back into the groove of things here, Laura. And I love this, that you are insightful, and you're very thoughtful about, re-entering the dating scene, because I feel like people just rebound right back into it and they're not prepared. And so I love the fact that you have called in and inquired about this. I pray that you guys out there are hearing this and listening to what Laura has said about how much time she gave this. I just love it. I want you, because I didn't want you to get gone before I gave you some more advice about what I have seen just because of mentoring people, and I know that I like to see people go through a year of seasons. A year of seasons, because people do change with seasons. Like I'm talking spring, fall, winter. That's what I'm talking about. They do change. They do react differently sometimes in different seasons. So many times, and I like to see 2 years of seasons, really, but at least give it a year of seasons, because you want to see how whomever it is that you are going to possibly choose for a lifetime mate is going to be day in and day out during these, these kinds of times. It's so important that you see how he treats your children.
Well, and that is my other thought. Was going to be my other question. I'm now glad that you mentioned that. Is, of course, this took quite a toll on my daughter.
Sure.
And of course, they're watching everything that I'm doing. So I feel like I want to be very careful about the decisions I make. Mm-hmm. So they, in turn, are making the right decisions, because coming from a broken family, right, they don't really have a good reference right point for what a healthy relationship is. Right. Although they are surrounded, I have a wonderful, I'm blessed with a wonderful stepfather who's a very good example for them. Good. But I'm worried about them too. What I can do for them, or what resources there are for them to help them recognize what a good and healthy relationship should be.
Right.
Something on their level.
Mm-hmm. And here, you're going to have to be very cautious, because they're probably getting of dating age now.
They're 16 and 20.
16 and 20, yeah. Mm. And so they probably have a few issues about trust too, because the man that they trusted left for another woman, and so they will deal with those sorts of issues. And I'm sure that you have been a wonderful coach for them and a guide for them, and and someone that's been very comforting to them about that. So I'm sure that you have done a very adequate job, as adequate as can be done, because it is really difficult. And kids take divorce very, very seriously, and it impacts them. I don't care what age they are whenever the divorce happens. It doesn't matter if they're adults. It takes a toll on them. But, it is going to be important how he treats your children. I would maybe caution you not to even introduce someone to them until you're pretty sure that
is a solid relationship.
Right, that is a solid relationship. Because, well, of course, the 16-year-old is still in the home.
Correct.
And, because they might even get false hope. If they like him and then all of a sudden it doesn't work out, that's another abandonment, if you will.
Right, and that's my fear, is I don't want that to happen to them. And we are in group counseling, believe it or not. It is a God-sent miracle, but I was able to work through the years of it. And we have been in group counseling with their father, with the woman who was the mistress, believe it or not. And the children were all in counseling.
Well, it is a God thing.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a user-friendly divorce. If anything can be, if divorce can ever be user-friendly, that is one where, you're trying to develop some healthy relationships amidst the turmoil. Yes, repair, and forgive and move on. And I applaud you even more. I'm telling you, hats off to you. You're amazing at how you have handled all this. Not many women would ever be able to, and it's not boastful on your part, but even to share that they've been through counseling with the other woman. It's like, that's amazing.
Yeah, we have. And, we were friends before she was my best friend. It was a difficult situation.
Wow. Wow.
But God's hand is on it, and we're, forgiveness is a miracle, and it can happen if you
put the effort into it. That's right. You have to will it into your life. You really do. And so I just love this. I pray that so many people are listening to what you are saying. You have so many lessons right here in your question today. I would encourage you also to see how he treats his children. What's the relationship that he has with his children if you do happen to, be dating someone who is in a divorce situation as well? Because that's important. If he has no relationship with his children, he's not going to have one with yours.
Mm-hmm.
And your relationship with him is not going to be as solid either. So important because, how a person interacts with others, because, we put on our best when we're in love. You know that, when we're courting, when we're looking at someone, we put on our very best. And so it's going to be so important to see how the kinds of relationships that he has with everybody else. And that includes, his ex-wife.
Right.
Is there tension there? Because you're going to invite the tension into your home.
And I don't want that.
That's right. And I can tell you, Laura, you are a rare situation. You have to understand most divorced couples have tense ex-spouses. That they just do. It is a horrible mix. And so it is going to be rare. And that may be one of your standards that you set. There has to be a healthy relationship with the ex, because you will become the target of her venom. And
right.
you don't need that. Your girls don't need that. Your relationship with this gentleman won't need that. It just will not be healthy. And so these are things that you want to consider. Now, are all these things going to be able to come to pass? I don't know. You'll have to decide which one weighs the most. But I would ask him, if he is divorced, what happened? And if you find that he blames only her, or he attributes the bulk of it to her, there's going to be a problem. Because as you said, and I love that right off, I'm telling you, you just have so many, it's amazing how much wisdom you already have. There's always two problems. It's always two people with a problem. And, it takes two to make a marriage. It takes two to mess up a marriage. Not always, but typically there's room for improvement on both ends. And you might even have to inquire of his ex-spouse about what happened to square up the story. Especially if you feel like, he may be hedging a little bit. And there's a kind and tactful way to do that. And I just suspect that you are one who could do it very kindly and tactfully. But, and also but do your homework on this gentleman. Check around the community. What's his reputation in the community? Visit his parents. How does he treat them? Or how does he interact with them? Are they respectful to one another? And how does his dad treat his mom? That's, as you well know, very critical.
Yes.
Very critical. And, so these are some of the things that I would encourage you to make sure that, you don't take lightly in this. And I just suspect that you won't take anything lightly. But you pray the whole time, God, just reveal to me what I need to see. Open my eyes. Bring it as clear as the daylight, Lord, and let me just be discerning. Because, Laura, if and you ask God to do this too.